Hi, and welcome to this new episode where we are still diving into the Olivetti PC1's hidden graphics mode. Today we're going to talk more about CGA flipping and raster bars on the same screen. Up until now, most of our tech demos use the Olivetti PC1 hidden 160 by 200 16 color mode. But I've been wondering, does palette RAM manipulation actually depend on the hidden mode? Turns out it doesn't. The V6355D's palette RAM ports respond identically in standard CGA mode 4. All 512 RGB colors are available. This isn't a mode feature, it's a chip feature. The only thing we changed in the code was the video mode initialization, setting CGA mode 4 instead of the hidden mode, and the raster bars works exactly the same. We proved this with PALRAM 7B, our dual Synwave raster bar demo. 2 bars, red and cyan, bouncing on a black screen, all running in standard CGA mode 4. Every scanline we redefine palette entry 0, that's the background color, by writing new RGB values to the palette registers during the horizontal blanking interval. The beam sweeps left to right, and during that brief H-blank pause between lines, we sneak in the register writes to change what color 0 actually looks like. The result: each scanline displays a different shade. PALRAM 9, adding an image and the zone problem. So, raster bars work in CGA mode, but what if we want to combine them with an image? And not just any image, an image that uses the CGA palette flipping to display more colors than CGA normally allows. That's what PALRAM 9 does. It uses the flip first technique from our BMP4 demo, alternating between 2 palette sets every scanline to get 3 unique colors per line. The image uses palette entries E2 through E7. The bars uses palette entry 0, the background color. Here's the problem. Even just doing the CGA palette flipping, we are already pushing our luck with what we have time for during H-blank. The register writes for the image colors consumes most of the narrow window. Adding raster bars writes on top of that would overflow it entirely. So, we split the screen into 3 zones. The top 40 lines is bar 1, writing only palette entry 0. The middle bar, 120 lines, an image, writing only palette entries E2 through E7. The bottom 40 lines is bar 2, writing only palette entry 0 again. The bars are confined in their zones, they can never overlap the image area. And even within the bar zones, we hit the problem. In PALRAM 7B, we had a clever optimization called skip if same. If the bar color on this scanline is the same as the previous one, skip all the registry writes entirely. 0 outs, 0 cycles wasted. Works perfectly when bars are the only thing on the screen. But in PALRAM 9, skip if same caused severe blinking. The write path and the skip path take different amounts of time. At the zone transitions, where we switch from bar rendering to image rendering, that variable timing creates frame-to-frame jitter. The display blinks. The fix: write palette entry 0 on every scanline in the bar zone. And when the color hasn't changed, same code path, same timing, every single line, no jitter, no blinking. The cost? Those 4 register writes: open, red byte, green, blue byte, close. Take about 55 of the 72 to 80 available age blank cycles. That's cutting it very close. A few pixels on the left edge of the screen catches the tail end of the right, causing a tiny visible artifact. It's inherent to the technique. 4 outs is the absolute minimum the V6355D requires. There is no way to eliminate it. PALRAM 9B. Then we asked, do we actually need zones? Look at this diagram. If you've seen our BMP4 illustration, it looks familiar. Same gold border layout, same entry boxes for E2 through E7, but notice what's new. I've added pallet entry 0 and entry 1 at the front of the stream. In BMP4, we opened the pallet at entry 2, register address 0x44, and stream 12 bytes for E2 through E7. In PALRAM 9B, we open at pallet entry 0, register address 0x40, and streams 16 bytes. E0, E1, then E2 through E7, all in one single rep out SB burst. Pallet entry 0 is the raster bar color. That's the one that changes every scanline to create the gradient effect. And here's the key question. Does it complete within horizontal blank? Yes. Pallet entry 0 is the very first entry written. Its 2 byte completes around 55 to 63 cycles, safely within the 72 to 80 cycles horizontal blanking window. After that comes pallet entry 1, which is unused in CGA mode 4. We write zeros. Then pallet entry 2 through 7 follows. These are the image colors. They spill well into the visible area, but that's fine. The flip first technique means that they're writing to the inactive pallet set. The beam is reading from the other set, so there is no flickering, no tearing. The result, one unified loop. Every scanline gets the same treatment. Flip, open at pallet entry 0, stream 16 byte, close. No zone split, no transitions. The bar can sweep across the entire screen, overlapping with the image wherever background pixels appear. Compared to BMP4's 12-byte stream of pallet entry 2 through 7, we're now doing a 16-byte stream starting 4 entries earlier. Same rep out SB technique, just more data. And because we use rep out SB, the CPU string output instruction, all 16 bytes fire as fast as the hardware allows. The V6355D handles this fine. There's no minimum delay between consecutive register writes. So, the trade-off. There is one thing we give up. In PALRAM 7B, the skip if same optimization mean the scanline without bar did a 0-port write. The fastest possible path. In PALRAM 9B, pallet entry 0 is embedded inside the 16-byte stream. The chip auto increments through entries, so the byte positions are fixed. You cannot skip entry 0 without breaking the entire stream. Every scanline writes all 16 bytes. whether the bar color changes or not. That's the trade-off for eliminating zones. And honestly, it's worth it. The code is simpler, the bars are free to roam the full screen, and the timing is solid. The left edge artifact is still there. Same course as PALRAM 9, the palette entry 0 completes right at the end of horizontal blank and a few pixels catches the transition. That's the physics of the situation. 4 outs minimum, 55 cycles minimum, roughly 72 cycles available, it can't be helped. So let's wrap up. That's the progression so far. PALRAM 7B proved that palette RAM raster bars worked in CGA mode, not just the hidden mode. PALRAM 9 combines the bars with a CGA palette flipping image, but had to split the screen into zones to make it fit. And PALRAM 9B eliminates the zones entirely by streaming palette entry 0 through 7 in a single burst, 16 bytes per scanline, one unified loop, bars and CGA palette flipping coexisting on every line. And all confirmed working on real Olivetti PC1 hardware. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you probably don't want to miss out on more videos on this channel, so please press like and subscribe to don't miss out. Thank you for watching.